Welcome to my off-grid adventures. I'm Frank and it's another beautiful, brisk day here in Michigan. It's only about 17 degrees outside, making me so grateful for the decision I made to purchase a tractor that has a heated and air-conditioned cab. It is so comfortable in here. It's bitter outside, but I can be in here with a quilted flannel and a bald cap on, and I'm actually a little warm. So it was a good decision to go this route, and I'm grateful for that. We have so many exciting things that we're going to be publishing videos about this week, so I encourage you to subscribe if you're not already. We're going to be going through 3 new implements I purchased for my tractor. I'm going to be showing you some of the property damage that happened from a recent storm. I'm going to show a video of crushed concrete getting laid as a foundation for our new Amish barn that we're having installed in a few days. I'm also getting a third function hydraulic setup for my tractor so that I can get a grapple and use that to clear the trees that I'm going to show you in another video. So there's a lot going on this week and I hope you'll join me for it. But today, what I want to show you in this video is how I installed this display bracket phone mount. It was purchased from displaybracket.com and I'm very happy with how it turned out. So I'll show you how quickly it went together, how sturdy it is, and my overall first impressions of it. By the way, I learned about this from a YouTuber, so I'm now returning the favor. Hopefully some of you are looking for a good solution because these John Deere tractors and other cabs have very little space to put things, including your phone. So if I can keep one of these cup holders or pockets free for other things, that's going to be better, like some tools or candy bars or something like that. So, so far, really happy with this. Let's take a look at how it came together. From the packaging, it looks like you have a few options of how to install this. For instance, there's this rubber piece. I'm not sure that I'm going to use that. I didn't see that in the photograph when I ordered it, so that must be something just in case you need it. Then there's this metal bracket here, and there's the piece that holds the phone, which just goes like that, and the spring tension holds the phone in. It's supposed to hold an iPhone Pro Max, which is what I have, so I'm hoping that will work. And then it works off of these balls. So there's a ball here and a ball here. So the idea is you mount this bracket here, you mount the ball onto the end of this ball onto the end of that bracket, which goes into one end of this, and then the other side goes into this ball. And hopefully that will put that at just the right angle where I can have access to it without it interrupting my entrance into the cab through the door. So let's see how this goes and we'll try to get that installed. We'll start with mounting the bracket. That is some seriously thick plastic. While I'm doing this, I want to explain something to you. I own a marketing agency, and one of the specialties that we have is Amazon advertising. One of the reasons why we specialize in Amazon advertising is that 65 to 70% of product searches start on Amazon, which means if you don't have your products on Amazon, you won't even have a chance of capturing 65 to 70% of the potential customer base for you. Now there are some things like tractor implements that probably have a lower percentage of product searches starting on Amazon since they're heavy, hard to ship, and expensive items. But when it comes to something like a phone bracket for a tractor, I suspect that many people like me started that search on Amazon. The only reason I discovered this was from a YouTuber who was demonstrating it, so I'm grateful for that. But that's something I would recommend Display Bracket do, is have their products on Amazon. I know that goes against a lot of the principles that companies have. They want to own the relationship with their customer, and I get that. But when you're missing 70% of the market for your products, I think you have to have a presence on Amazon. And what I recommend to my clients or to prospective clients when it comes to that is look at that as a way to build your brand and your customer base. So they discover you through Amazon, even though it's less profitable. And then it's on you as a company to capture a relationship with that person. And you can do that through your packaging. You can have something like a limited warranty that they have to register their email to get, and then you have some ability to connect with them even on the landing page where they go to register it. You have that chance to establish your brand and give them a reason to follow you on social, to give you their email address. It's an important thing to do. I highly recommend it. I understand the desire to own all the direct relationships with your customers, but I just think that for many sectors it would be better to have your products on Amazon and figure out a way to build a relationship that their next purchase will be direct from you. right on your packaging. You could offer them 10% off their next order or something like that. Here I am talking business. Should be getting down to what I promised you we would do. By the way, I want to show you this first. The ball that I was mentioning earlier, this ball that goes into, this part here, will actually screw right on into this. I tried that a moment ago. So you could bypass this entire bracket and mount everything right to it like this. But I think I want that to have a little bit more reach away here so that it's more in my line of sight, or at least at the corner of my eye in my peripheral vision. But it's something I might consider doing later. I'm actually going to start by putting the ball on the bracket because I'm just not sure how much clearance I'll have, so I'll do that first. It definitely lines up really well. It's nice that you don't have to drill anything. Again, I'll tighten all this later. Okay. Next is to mount this, and I'm going to start by, I don't know, I don't like reading directions, so I'm just going to start by, as you can see, there's a spring here, only on one side. I'm not sure if it matters which side it goes which way. By the way, there weren't any directions with this. This is just some kind of advertisement. So I'm kind of left to myself to figure it out, but we can do it. Oh, there we go. As you loosen it, it can adjust the angle in every way here. It can even come out and come closer. Yeah, it seems nice. Let's see though how it holds the phone. If it holds it nice and sturdy. That's going to be a problem until I tighten that ball. Let's see if it gets in the way of getting in and out. Doesn't seem like it. Wow, it's brisk out there. No, I like it. And looks like you could, turn it any which way. It's just really going to be a pain until I crank on that one. But all right, so far so good. Now I'm going to tighten these bolts down, and hopefully we'll get a better idea just how secure this is. This takes a 15mm wrench. I'm going to have to take this off to tighten it. Put it back together again. By the way, you can buy ram mounts on Amazon. You just can't buy the display bracket that's made specifically for your cab of your tractor. Yeah, that is solid. That is really solid. Let's see how that works. Yeah, there's a nice rubber grip on the insides of these that hold that in very securely. I don't have any concerns about that coming out. Let's see how easy it is to go landscape in case I wanted to. Just loosen that, turn it. Yep, just in case I wanted to do that for some reason. such as future videos if I want to shoot them from my phone like that. Yeah, I'm happy with it. In my next video, I'm going to show you the 3 new implements I purchased for this tractor. So what I'm going to do now is have you stay with me as I drive the tractor over to those implements. You'll have to watch the next one to see that, but I want you to see how this holds up while the tractor's in motion, with all the vibrations and the engine and the ruts in the road that I made because I didn't know how to use the shovel and I dug too many ruts trying to clear out the snow. So join me and we'll see how this holds up. It seemed to do fine. By the way, all those bumps were caused by me. That 2-track used to be very flat, nice and smooth, and now I have to fix that with one of these implements that I'm going to show you in the next video. So please subscribe, stick around and watch that one and see what new things I'm going to do, probably wrong, with this tractor. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the next video.